Hi, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Beyond the Borders, where we are hosting the first one with the Cambridge University Engineering Society. We are very excited. First of all, we apologize if we make any mistakes in English.
Shortly, we want to tell you the story of Beyond the Borders. This pandemic process has affected the whole world. As a club open to innovation, we want to make a difference this year and turn the pandemic period into an advantage.
We thought, why not cross the borders while all our activities continue online? Our club has an important place in Turkey on a national scale. We have participants from 40 different universities and 80 different universities. So we want to take our nationality to an international level. In this way, Beyond the Borders were born.
Our goal is to learn new cultures by meeting with students from different countries and want to have a pleasant time and share this with our participants by talking about our common points as students. We believe that by getting to know each other better, we will build a new strong bonds.
Liva, do you remember how excited we were when we first came up with this idea?
Yes, even that excitement has grown at every stage since the idea came up.
And that's the moment, I think. We are sure that in the years to come, Beyond the Borders will grow.
Again, we would like to thank all the Cambridge University Engineering Society members who didn't offend us, who were partners in our events. We wish you to enjoy it.
And now we are handing the word over to Berat to talk about our club.
Hi everyone. I want to introduce you to Industrial and Productivity Club. We have three major events in the year. First one is about startups. The second one focuses on the human resources departments. And the last and the biggest one is about the major companies in Turkey. And they come and make a presentation to us and we make a Q&A section with them. Other than that, we organize tea talks and voluntary events of people and animals who in need. In the end, we added one more event to our major league. It's Beyond the Borders, and welcome again. And thank you. Actually, give it up to you.
I think there's a bit of a connection problem.
Sorry. Where was I?
You can say the...
Hello.
I think it's okay.
Hello. All right. Where was I? Sorry.
We were talking about the adding Beyond the Borders to our major events list.
Yeah. It was the last part of my speech, and we added one more event to our major league, and it's Beyond the Borders. And welcome again. Thank you.
Thank you. Should we take it away?
Yeah.
Great. Okay. Hi, I'm Shri, and this is Shonak. We are both students at the University of Cambridge studying engineering, and we want to share a little bit about our university and our course and our lives here with you guys and learn more. And we're excited to learn more about how you guys are living in Turkey. So we've got a quick presentation to go through. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you see the presentation?
Yes, I can.
Amazing. So this is Shonak. Do you want to introduce yourself quickly?
Sure. Yeah, my name is Shonak. I'm the incoming vice president of QS. Merhaba, and we're really excited to be joining you guys today.
Yes. And hi, I'm Shri. I'm the incoming president for our society.
So I'll just start by telling you a little bit about Cambridge. Cambridge University is one of the oldest universities in the world, and it's the second oldest in the country. It's one of the most, this is one of the most famous pictures of the university. It's of King's College Chapel. And we have over 150 different departments in which you can study, ranging from mathematics, engineering, and natural sciences to economics, history, politics, and the arts. So for whatever you're interested in, there's a degree you can do at Cambridge. Cambridge is a small city in the southeast of England, and it's named after the river that runs through it, the River Cam. Next slide, please. We have many notable alumni, most famously Isaac Newton. This is a picture of the apple tree that he sat under when he discovered gravity, and it's located outside Trinity College where he studied. Next slide, please. Other notable alumni include the theoretical physicist, Stephen Hawking, Watson, Crick, and Franklin in the top right, who discovered DNA, Ramanujan, the mathematician, J.J. Thomson, who discovered the electron, Charles Darwin, who came up with the theory of evolution, and TV personalities like David Attenborough, comedians and actors like Sacha Baron Cohen, Hugh Laurie, and Rachel Weisz. In addition to that, we also have 121 Nobel laureates, 11 Fields medalists for mathematics, 7 Turing Award winners, and 14 of our British Prime Ministers were from Cambridge as well.
And I want to introduce a bit about our society. So CUES or QS is the Cambridge University Engineering Society. We have about 1,000 plus members, and we've been going for over 100 years. We're proud to be sponsored by some great companies like Arm, Rolls-Royce, BP, Shell, and more. And what we do as a society is put on lots of great events. So for example, we run careers fairs, like that's shown here in the top right, which are places where students can come and companies can come and chat about jobs. We run hackathons, which are kind of coding challenges. We run fun events for our members, like giving them free cake and cookies, like that's shown here, and other things. We run formal dinners, like shown in the bottom left here. This is from our annual dinner, which is our big, most extravagant event of the year. And then we have lots of presentations. So that's shown on the top right, which is companies or interesting researchers will come in and speak to our members about jobs or their research.
So I'll just tell you a bit more about how teaching is done in Cambridge. Teaching is done in 2 main parts. The majority of it is done in the Department of Engineering, where all of the engineering students have our lectures together. This gives us a really great opportunity to meet other students from different colleges and share ideas and exchange thoughts. We also have fantastic facilities in the department, like the Dyson Center workshop, where we can build our own projects. And we have several engineering societies where we can gain practical experience, including Full Blue Racing, shown here, where they're designing a car with an engine. We also have Eco Racing, which is a solar-powered car, Robotics Society, Data Science and Machine Learning Society, which I know that you guys have as well, and also an Unmanned Aerial Vehicle Society, where you can build model planes. The second half of our teaching takes place in our colleges, where we have supervisions. So every week we're given a set of questions and work to do. And over the course of the week, we'll go over that work with our professors in 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 meetings. So 2 students or 3 students to 1 teacher, to enhance our understanding. And this is a format that is unique to Cambridge and Oxford.
Another thing which is quite unique to Cambridge is what's called the collegiate system. So the university is split into colleges, and there are 31 colleges at the university. So each student is a member of the whole university, they're a member of their department, and they're also a member of a particular college. So here's a map showing some of the main colleges. So for example, Trinity College, Queen's College, or Pembroke College. This is my college. I belong to Emmanuel College. So it's basically a large area with buildings, and this is the cafeteria we go to eat. And this is offices for some of the staff there and student accommodation. So the college is where we where we make friends. You live with your friends within college, and you eat there, and you go to the department to study. And I want to talk a bit about our social lives. So what we do, everyone loves food. So Cambridge has a lot of options for food. So there's lots of restaurants that are shown here on the left. You know, that's me with some friends eating pizza. A really popular Cambridge thing is formal hall. So that's what you see in the middle. That's where within your college, or you go to other people's colleges, they'll throw a fancy dinner with nice weighted food and wine, and you go and have a good time with your friends.
So the other side of Cambridge social life includes sports, societies, and other activities. We have a very wide range of sports to get involved with, the most famous of which is rowing, which is very special to Cambridge. Every year there's a race between Cambridge and Oxford University that is televised for the whole country to watch. We also have sports like hockey, cricket, rugby, and more. And the best Cambridge sports teams are known as the Blues, and it's considered a very prestigious title in Cambridge to be a Cambridge Blue. They wear clothes like the ones you see in the top left there. That's the Cambridge Blue colour. Other fun activities include punting in the summer, which involves pushing a boat along the River Cam with a pole, as shown in the top right. And it's a really relaxing and great way to experience the city. Finally, we also have a great nightlife and party scene. We have lots of good nightclubs with a variety of music from all around the world. And one of the best parts of the Cambridge experience, and personally my favorite part of the Cambridge experience, is the May balls. At the end of every year, after our exams, each college throws a huge party called a May ball, where there are free drinks, food, live performances, and rides. And it goes on for 12 hours. So from about 6 o'clock in the afternoon till 6 in the morning the next day.
And yeah, that's it. That was just a very quick overview of Cambridge, and we'd love to hear your questions and ask a bit more about how your lives are in Turkey. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for your presentation.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. There is a point we wonder about you. Actually, we saw some photos in your presentation, but that's the question. What am I curious about is your school. After all, it's Cambridge University. It's a brilliant university, we saw. How is your school? How is your school life? I love watching movies and TV series. There are some scans we see in these movies. Are those scans too exact to you, or do you find it perfectly now? If it is normal and realistic, it really looks like it's in movies. I will understand that.
Yeah, so it is a really beautiful city. So that's one thing that you walk around, and especially when we first arrived here, I remember walking around and being amazed by all the buildings. But the things that you might not see in the movies are that there is a lot of work. So Cambridge students spend most of their time working in our rooms, which are not all that glamorous. But yeah, go on, Shanak, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I totally agree. When I first got here, it is like being in the movies. You walk around and you see all of these amazing buildings that have so much history, and you do get a sense of you're walking in the same roads that people like Newton used to walk in, and that feels really amazing. But yeah, there is a lot of hard work too. I think the other side of that coin is also that despite the fact that there's a lot of hard work, we do have a lot of fun as well. And at the end of the day, we are all students, and we do enjoy the partying and the meeting friends and things as well.
Thank you.
That sounds really awesome. I have another question actually. In Turkey, we have scholarship system based on your family income. If you're above the average, the government gives you scholarship, but after you graduate, you have to pay back, and this is also called the credit system. If government decides that you need that scholarship, they give you and you don't have to pay back. What about your country? What are the opportunities provided by the state to university students? Are there scholarship opportunities? What conditions need to be met in order to receive it?
Yeah, that's really interesting that that your system works like that. Ours doesn't quite work the same way. So we have to pay fees each year of roughly $10,000 US dollars. But that's first of all, that's subsidized a little bit by the government depending on your degrees. So that's a cap. So our engineering degree costs much more than that to deliver, but the government pays for the rest of it. But the money that we do pay as fees is taken as a loan that we have to pay back after we graduate. So, but it works in a way that once you graduate, you're not earning enough money, then you don't have to pay back the whole loan.
But you do, right?
Sorry.
You earn much more than you loan.
Many students do, some don't.
Yeah.
That's the system.
There are also a lot of bursaries and scholarships available
yes.
for multiple fields of study, and that's to ensure that people from any background can attend the university, and the university and QS as well does its best to ensure that everyone has the opportunity to come here.
The system works in a way which doesn't prevent anyone from going to university. So you end up with lots of loans, but that doesn't mean that's okay, because at least you've been able to go.
Yeah.
So good.
And I was gonna ask about foods in the school cafeteria, but I saw in the presentation. That's nice, I think. But I want to ask about more specific one in among the students. Like in here, we love pasta in our students because it's easy to make pasta, and we might consider all the students in Turkey as a pasta expert. Do you have anything?
So I think you cut out at the very end there.
Do you have any foods like this in Cambridge?
Can I?
Yeah, so I think that's one thing that we have in common. Pasta is considered a like university student food here as well, because it's easy to make and it's quick. So yeah, we make a lot of pasta as well. In fact, for the last 3 days, I've been eating nothing but pasta.
Same, actually.
Yeah, me too.
Pizza is also quite big. I'm a big fan of pizza. Those are some of the things that we make. But Cambridge has, every college in Cambridge also has catering. So we can always go down to the college to eat as well.
Is there a queue?
Yes.
A long queue?
No, not a long queue.
Oh.
It's the food is it's nice in the cafeteria and not too expensive, so I eat there frequently. Before COVID, now because of the pandemic, now we go and we get takeaway and we take it back to our rooms to eat. Before COVID, that was a really nice thing to do, is to go to the cafeteria with your friends and you sit down and chat with your friends. Because in our college accommodations, we don't have dining rooms. So it's just like rooms and kitchens and bathrooms. So it's harder to sit down and eat with your friends if you haven't.
When we go back, it's nice to it's nice to wait in the queue, right? in these terms.
Yes, that's true.
I miss those times. Thank you for your answer.
Thank you.
And that's it.
I actually have a question for you guys on that note as well. I'm actually a huge fan of baklava and Turkish delights. And I was wondering, is that something that you guys eat often there? And what other desserts should we be trying?
Our dessert expert is Mete, and I think he should answer that question.
Actually, there's a saying in Turkish that you can't eat baklava every day because it's kind of expensive and it's too sweet. I mean, it's not too healthy to eat baklava every day. For myself, I usually prefer more like desserts made with milk, like sütlaç. And there's a dessert called tavuk göğsü, which means chicken's breast in Turkish. It's the original recipe has chicken paste in it. Actually, they're like minced chicken, but it's minced so small that you don't even feel the texture of chicken in your mouth. It's like thick vanilla pudding with pieces of chicken inside it, and it's fried in a oven. I like it very much. You should try that too sometime if you ever find the opportunity to.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yeah,
and the Turkish dessert is very has very how can I
low calorie. It's very low calorie
and has very weird names. For example, we have it's called vezir parmağı. It means in English the queen's finger. Can you say
vizier's finger
after me?
Yeah.
Vezir parmağı. Can you say it?
Vezir parmağı?
yeah. And we have Dilber dudağı, and that's called Dilber is a woman name in Turkish, and lips of the Dilber. It's lips of the Dilber. Dilber
it
dudağı.
looks like a
Can you say it?
thick lip.
Say it one more time.
Dilber dudağı.
Dilber dudağı.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Good. Can I ask also, what cooking do you guys do? Do you, when you're not making pasta, what do you guys cook Turkish food at university?
I mean, the Turkish cuisine is, I like it, but it's kind of hard to make at home. I usually try to make more like quick stuff. I make dumplings in my home.
Oh, nice.
Like small dumplings. I fry them. I sometimes boil them, stuff like that. And I try to make some local soups. I think that's all. I mainly order takeout. When I have the money.
He's my roommate, and he's mostly eating noodles, guys. Sorry, Mete.
We usually eat meat and doner kebab also. You know, kebab.
Kebab. Very popular also in Cambridge.
Yes, students usually eat chicken doner, chicken kebab, like that.
Because it's cheap.
Yeah. Good, thank you.
Awesome.
You said you have dormitories in your university, but in Turkey, some students want rent their apartment. Which type is more common in UK?
Sorry, I didn't understand. Didn't catch that.
There seems to be a connection.
Yeah, Fatih, can you say it again?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
It's a bit clear.
Yes, okay. I said, you said dormitories in your university, but in Turkey, some students want rent their own apartments. Which type is more common in UK?
Sean, did you catch that?
Yeah, so I think, sorry, is that about accommodation, like where the students are staying?
Yeah.
Dormitories or like small houses with roommates.
Sure. Yeah, in Cambridge, for the first and second year, most colleges tend to offer guaranteed accommodation, so you can stay in the college site in all of those old buildings that we showed you in the presentation. So you can actually stay there and for the first 2 years, which is really fun because you get to meet a lot of other students your age, and you can eat with them and find your roommates and things like that. In a lot of colleges in 3rd and 4th year, so just before graduation, some students tend to move out. So I moved out myself into a house with some of my friends. But a lot of students also do stay in college. So I think in Cambridge specifically, it's probably more people stay together in the dormitories. But in other universities in the UK, a lot of people move out quite soon into private accommodation.
How is it in Turkey? Sorry.
Well, like as you showed in the presentation, your dormitories look awesome. They look absolutely great. Ours is not that much. I mean, we have government supported dorms here. I myself stayed in one for a year. It's nice to spend time with your friends, meet new people, and live with them in the same room. But like we mostly prefer renting around small houses. Like in Eskişehir, like Eskişehir is known for its university life. So there are a lot of small houses in the school area. Like I'm living with Berat. He's my roommate. We live in a like 2-room apartment, maybe. They're cheap and they're like easy to clean, easy to they're close to school. Yeah, we mainly choose to get an apartment for ourselves.
The dormitory condition in Turkey, in Eskişehir, is not very good, actually.
Okay. I think what you're describing is very similar to most universities in the UK.
Yeah.
I think it's specifically the college system at Cambridge, which means that there's it's nicer to live in a college. Well,
you are well lucky, by the way.
Like Cambridge is like you said, 31 colleges, right?
That's right.
It's amazing. It's like a whole city.
Yeah. I mean, that's another point to make, that Cambridge is quite a small city, and most of the city is just students, especially so students are only here for half of the year. So during that half of the year, it's just full of students, and you look around and it's just students. And then in the holidays, it's completely different.
It's great, actually. I mean, you can live there and not feel the need to leave the town. Like it's like I mean, when you're in Eskişehir, our college is like we have 2 campuses, one for engineering and architecture and stuff like that, more technical stuff. And then we have a big campus that includes like social sciences, law school, art school, stuff like that are in the next campus. But I mean, like even the 2 combined, they're like a fraction of Cambridge, maybe.
Oh, really? So you live in the city and then you travel into the campus?
Yeah. Our houses are mostly very close to the campus, like maybe half an hour or like 20 minutes by bus.
Okay, good. Yeah, not too bad.
And I want to talk about something too. In Eskişehir, we have a festival, and its name is Eskifest. Singers who listen to by young people perform at this festival, and most of young people want to go to this festival. In addition, we can participate in various activities organized by clubs in our school, and we can have a good time. So what are the social skills you have gained through your school? Are there various festivals, competition, or projects held in your school?
Yeah, that's a really great question. So actually, our society, QS, is made for this kind of thing. So we are the whole point of our society is to create projects and presentations and opportunities for our members and also for our committee. So there are 30 of us on the committee, and through that you get the opportunity to learn skills like leadership and teamwork and whatever else. Yeah, Sean, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, so yeah, like she said, QS helps students gain those sort of skills as well. But we have a lot of societies, a lot of engineering technical societies like the ones I mentioned, which help you gain sort of practical skills for industry. But outside of the sort of engineering world, we also have a lot of other committees around Cambridge that help organize events. So for example, in my college, we have the May Ball committee, which is, so the May Balls, those big parties that I showed you, they're all organized by students. So the students will go out and find the performers and the rides and things like that, and we'll organize the parties. We also have a massive international film festival called the Water Sprite Film Festival, which is again organized entirely by students, which helps them gain those skills. And you can go and attend and watch films made by people all around the world, which is really cool as well. So yeah, there's lots of opportunities for gaining those social skills in Cambridge.
There's also a number of student newspapers. Some of them are like really professional, like Varsity is the name of one of them. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, you can, you know, write articles for these newspapers, or you can. There are all sorts of other societies. So if you're interested in law, you can be a part of the law society and meet other people who are interested in that. And yeah, so there's the social aspect of the university is driven really by these student societies, like QS. But there's a student society for absolutely everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of music and acting as well, which is quite big in Cambridge. A lot of the most famous British actors and actresses come from Cambridge, actually. Yeah, comedians especially. So like Jimmy Carr, or there's
Ricky Gervais.
Yes, Ricky Gervais. Yeah,
Jimmy Carr was my he is my favorite comedian, and
is he?
Gervais. Yeah, Jimmy Carr was he's so sarcastic. Yeah, right.
That one. He is. Yeah.
I love him.
We have a comedy club called the Footlights, the Cambridge Footlights, which is where most British comedians first started their comedy careers. So and all of this is extracurricular. So you'd come and you'd study a degree, and then in your spare time you'd be doing various clubs and societies to develop the other skills.
It's great.
How is it in Eskişehir?
Well, in recently, like 1 or 2 years ago, maybe, our school got separated into 2 parts. Like they renamed our campus into another, our campus became a technical school, and the other campus became a normal university. Because of that, the student clubs are like kind of torn apart. In our school, there's like career clubs, like the one we are in. But I don't think we have that much of a like acting or stuff that serves as like hobbies and stuff. I mean, I'm in a sci-fi and fantasy club. I'm more like a geeky stuff. But to participate in that club, I need to travel to the other campus, because in our school, there's not any activities about that stuff.
But you can do it all on Zoom now.
Yeah, it's all online now.
Yeah, we are trying to do that. They spread universities, and they take the fun activities and and we are trying to bring the fun in our university as well.
Yeah. It's like they took the fun part and we got the more technical, more career-like boring parts.
Oh no.
We're trying to make this place a much more colorful and fun place ourselves.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good, thank you.
Hello again. Actually, I have two questions combined. First one, how do you go to your school? Can you talk about your road memories? I really want to talk about mine, but because of pandemic situation, I can't even go to my school and I couldn't collect any memory. Second one is, which vehicle do you use while going? Is anyone has their own car, bicycle, or like that? And if you use, what is their brands? I'm curious about that. Thank you.
What was the last question? What is the events?
Brands, car brands, bicycle brands.
The brands. Oh, okay. Interesting. Shanak?
Yeah, so Cambridge is pretty famous for the cycling culture. So it's a very small town, and I think the university has a rule that all 31 colleges have to be within 3 miles of the city center. So that's mainly so that students can either walk or cycle from anywhere in Cambridge to anywhere in Cambridge in almost no time at all. And Cambridge is a very flat city as well, so there's no hills that you have to cycle up or cycle down, which is really nice. So almost everyone in Cambridge either comes and cycles or they learn how to cycle while they're here. So that's why if you come to Cambridge, you'll see bikes everywhere. Like there's literally not a single street in Cambridge that does not have a cycle on it. Unfortunately, that does also mean there's a lot of bike crime. So bikes get stolen very often. My bike was stolen a few months ago, which was quite sad, but I've got a new one now. My bike is a Triben bike. That's the brand. It's a road bike. It's got like the handles that go around, so you hold it like that.
Got a really nice bike.
Yeah, it's good fun cycling around. I like going quite fast.
Yeah.
It sounds good, guys. And I wonder, do you work anywhere in your remaining time at school? Because in Eskişehir, many students work part-time in cafes and restaurants, and some of students are able to give a private lessons in subjects they are good at, like such as playing guitar or teaching math. And also lots of students have a music bands, and they can perform in great places. So what do you want to do after your school time, or do you want to work in any place?
Yeah, so one thing about the way that Cambridge works is that the terms are really short. So we have 8 weeks of really intense work, during which time students are not actually allowed to be doing any work. So you're not allowed to go and have a job in a bar or a cafe. But then you have holidays in between those terms, during which time often students...
Is it legally permitted, right? Legally
it's fine, but the university doesn't allow it. The university doesn't. I mean, yeah, you're not going to get arrested, but
work hard.
But things like private tutoring, so what you mentioned, like giving lessons about maths or science or guitar, that's something that students do frequently. It's something, it's quite low effort, only 1 or 2 hours a week, and you can make a lot of money doing it. So a few of my friends do that kind of thing. Yeah, what was the other question you asked?
Now we will have a simple Kahoot game. It's a fun game with few questions about Turkish culture.
It's just questions, I think.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's good.
Can you see screen?
Yeah.
We are waiting.
In the meantime, could I ask what do you guys plan to do once you finish university?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Tülne?
Any ideas at all?
Bahar, what was your reward? Oh, we will think something. Don't worry about the reward. You can go if you want.
Yes, we are start. This is the first question.
Good luck, guys.
Thanks. You too.
It's very famous, I think, huh? But in Turkey famous.
I hope you know.
I'm going to disappoint you guys.
Yeah, sorry in advance.
I believe in you guys. Don't worry.
Hey, I got that one right.
Great.
Good form.
In fact, most of Turkish people didn't know the answer.
I think everyone, not most of them.
That's an interesting phrase.
Was that Sinek Alphamak?
Sinek means mosquito in Turkish.
They're like the store is empty. So what I do, I hunt mosquitoes, please.
Can someone translate this for us?
Yeah.
Like he's trying to flirt in a very bad way.
That's very funny.
When you flirt with a girl or boy, yeah, you walk on the DM, walking from the DM to her or his.
We have a similar phrase of like sliding in the DM.
Yeah.
Sliding.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Like sliding.
Like a penguin, right?
Yeah, that's right.
This is a good one.
You're gonna surprise, guys.
Yeah.
You have a lot of mint tea in Turkey, right? Or
Mint tea.
Not
you
a
say
specific
that
time,
again?
actually. We drink all the time.
Yeah.
During the day.
That's unbelievable.
All the time.
How many cups do you each have in a day?
4 and 5, I guess.
Oh my goodness.
That's something we kind of have in common, I guess, because
yeah.
British people do love tea as well. We drink a lot of tea.
You drink tea with the milk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never tried it.
I think maybe our tea is different. The actual tea leaves the different tea.
Yeah, it could be.
It is real.
It's trauma. This was kind of sad, actually.
Oh.
What?
Don't try.
It's not a good way, but it's effective.
Yeah.
Is that a joke or is that a thing that you actually do?
It's real.
Yeah, but it's happened.
It's science, dude. When it's a leak, it's not gonna be an explosion, right? When it's pressure, it'll like explode. But when it's a leak, it shouldn't be explode. I think.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just kidding, dude.
Okay.
Of course, it's not healthy. As you can see the picture.
Cryptocurrency is a very popular topic in Turkey, especially among young people. Everyone talks about it, so everyone upset because of the last half. We are
trying to get money
as a club.
We lost everything, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Unfortunately.
Oh.
That's quite funny. It's a popular thing in the UK as well.
Did anybody know this singer who is Mustafa Sandal?
No, I don't think.
It's a famous pop star in Turkey.
Can I ask, do you guys listen to English and American music?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, of course. Like
Pink Floyd is
Pink
my
Floyd,
favorite.
yeah.
Sorry, who?
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
There's a band called Vampire Weekend. Do you know it?
Sorry?
Vampire Weekend.
Vampire Weekend. I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's one of my favorite bands.
So do you not?
UK.
Do you listen to a lot of Turkish music as well? Or?
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Pink Floyd is actually from Cambridge as well, I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
really?
Yeah.
Like I know it's founded in a university, but I didn't know it was Cambridge.
Yeah, I think quite famously it's from Cambridge.
Do you know Tarkan, by the way?
Who?
Tarkan.
Tarkan?
Yeah, he's a Turkish singer.
He is very famous, I guess.
How do you spell that?
T-A-R
K-A-N.
Yeah. We'll check him out.
All right.
Kuzu Kuzu is one of his famous
The
music.
question is
When someone talks about something impossible to live, we use this phrase for kidding.
Okay.
I think this is the same in every language. It's like sarcastic.
Yeah. We say similar things sometimes.
Sean's is like
Sean,
killing
yeah.
it.
How are you doing so well?
Sean is on fire. It's also real, by the way. We are doing that.
Yeah. A clue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have the same solution here a little bit.
Yeah. Percussive repair.
Yeah.
It's work every time.
Oh. 3 is in the top 5 again.
Somehow.
Acılarım heveste, güneş açar aheste, bir kapalı kafesteyim. Topu topu.
We didn't even understand what you want to say, so don't worry about it.
Nobody knows.
It's like really popular, but really it's like a troll song. I mean,
Yeah.
Doesn't have any meaning. Sorry.
This is the last question. Jonas is the first man.
Fire.
I see you dancing like a star. No matter how different we are. For all this time, I've been loving you. Don't even know your name.
Did you remember?
No.
this was good.
Actually won this year.
Oh, wow.
You guys watch Eurovision? Are you fan?
2012 maybe? I don't remember right now, but we could be the same. The name of the song.
It's like every teenager in Turkey listens to this band once.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Wow.
Congratulations.
That was
Thank you very much. That was a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah.
So
There was a bit of a trolling, but
That was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, that was good fun.
we prepared a video to introduce to you in Eskişehir. Let's see the video. And
yeah, sure.
I will share screen.
We are suffering from internet connections today. Sorry
Yeah.
about that. We're all experiencing the same thing.
That's really good. Thank you for
So
that.
don't worry about the connection, and I'm gonna
Sorry about
explain
that.
to you to Eskişehir. Let's think about you and Shonak will come here. We will go to where we will, which places we will go to. Think about you, Shonak, and me and Mete. Four of us going to first Ivy Route here. So I have that look. First we go to Odunpazarı Houses. It's a historical place in Eskişehir. Then we go to museum, Odunpazarı Modern Museum over there. Then we will go the famous River Porsuk. Maybe you heard them in Eskişehir. It's like a little Amsterdam. They say it's like a little Amsterdam, but we call Amsterdam to biggest Eskişehir. That's it. We hang out in Riverside. Maybe sing a song. Shonak sing a song. Sing as a song. Then we go to street of pubs to drink
Something.
beer. I can say, yeah. Maybe tea if you want. Then the most exciting parts. I forgot to say. Do you know Turkish bath? What is Turkish bath? Maybe you
I've heard of the baths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about a 40-year-old hairy Turkish guy with a mustache, and he's rubbing your skin with a bat glove. Do you know it? He's wearing a bat glove and rubbing your skin off.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have to pay for it. It's a different experience. If you want to experience it, we can go to Turkish bath, four of us. When it's done, you look like a tomato because it's painful. And
It's like the Japanese springs. Like it's very relaxing.
Okay. You're selling it better than Berat was selling it.
The most exciting part is coming. We are gonna eat. Maybe you're rating to kebab or doner. I'm not gonna say kebab or doner. I'm gonna say we're gonna eat kokoreç. It's made by lamb, guts of the lamb. Do you know it? Yeah, it's delicious. Don't judge me. It's delicious. I swear to you.
I thought you said cockroach. You know?
No. Do you know the Scottish food haggis?
Haggis, yeah.
It's like that. It's like the Turkish version of haggis. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Awesome.
It's called kokoreç. Can you say it for me?
Kokoreç.
Yeah, we're gonna eat kokoreç with you, and it's delicious. I believe you will love it. If any, it's maybe a long shot, but if you come here, just make us a call, and we will show our hospitality to you. And thank you for listening to me.
Thank you very much.
It's usually fried and it's very crispy, so it's like it tastes better than it looks. Yeah.
Good.
If we ever come to Turkey, we'll definitely call you guys and meet up.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, before we finish up, could I ask what your favorite memories are of your time at the university and of Eskişehir? Go on, each of you has to say something.
Let me think.
I know COVID must have made things a bit tricky.
Some of us really did suffer from COVID. Like, they've been in the school for maybe half a semester, and then they needed to go to their own city's houses again. But for myself and the more like people who are in this club before a year or two. Like preparing the events, one of our biggest events like MUAC or Human Resources event, it was really painful because we're a team that consists of like 25 or 26 members only, and we're trying to prepare an event that can host like maybe 1,000 participants, 1,000 people. So like we're trying to accomplish that goal in like a week. We go there, we prepare the tables, the stands, we find the people who are going to talk. We even do the planning of the chairs ourselves. Like we do all that kind of stuff. It really is painful, but it was really fun doing it. And after the event, that feeling is like the best. After finishing an event like that.
Yeah.
Relief. Yeah.
That sense of relief, it's amazing. Yeah.
Good, yeah.
I like to add a memory. After my lessons, I took a bus and I fall asleep on a bus. And when I woke up, I returned back to school again.
Wait, sorry, what was that? Sorry?
When I woke up, I returned back to school again. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So there's another topic. In our school has Erasmus exchange program, and we have the opportunity to go in European countries with Erasmus exchange program. And you talk about a little bit, but can you talk about more about your foreign students program, and how's your communication with these exchange students?
Yeah, sure. Unfortunately, I don't know too much about the foreign student exchange program with Cambridge, but we do have a lot of international students. 25% of the student body in Cambridge is international. So there's a lot of opportunity to come here for sure. I know there are some yearly exchange programs, like I think the Erasmus program is one of them. But I'm not too sure about the others.
But the international students, as Frank mentioned, there are lots of them, and it's it's really nice. That's another like great aspect of the university is that everyone gets on well, and you get to meet people from all over the world. So I've got friends, from Singapore and from Hong Kong and from India and from wherever else. So yeah, that's a nice part of it.
I have a question. Yeah, Mete, go on.
I was just gonna say that we're very interested in going abroad and studying in foreign countries. It's like a dream.
Is that a common thing to do?
Yeah, like every student, every university student here wants to study for some time in a foreign country, like mainly in Europe, maybe. We have like programs for, we have a program called Erasmus. It helps students study abroad for a semester or two, maybe. There's a program for Asia, I think. We like work and travel. It's not about studying, but like we go to the United States and work there, trying to experience that working life. It's a good experience. By the way, are you guys okay with the events longing for like an hour?
Half an hour maybe. Or are we taking you as a prisoner right now? We don't know.
So did you say another hour? Or
No. Maybe half an hour we can go if you want. If you don't have time, we can finish this as well.
15 minutes, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I can do about 15 minutes. I need to do up dinner.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, 15 minutes. I'm enjoying the chat.
We are too.
Yeah. Good. I mean,
you said Jimmy Carter, and that's where you got me.
That's where we got you. I think a lot of the Cambridge Footlights things from this year must be available on YouTube. So look into call it Footlights. That's just student comedians trying their best, and some of them are very good actually.
I'm gonna check it after the event.
I'm sorry if I'm mistaken, but is Monty Python is from Cambridge or Oxford? Do you know that?
Yeah, I've seen Monty Python, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. I can check.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't know that from either.
Sorry if I'm mistaken. Like they're rival universities, but.
Do you guys have like a rival university? I mean, like, at all?
As we said before, the schools got separated, so like we're rivals with our own university. Like
oh, no.
We're trying to compete, but we were the same university. I mean, we're the engineering part, and they're like the social sciences and law and art part. I don't know why we're competing, but yeah.
So in the UK, it's quite common. Most universities have like one other university that they're like rivaling with. So whenever we have, so ours is Oxford, of course. Whenever there's any event that run with Oxford, it's called varsity. So like Cambridge versus Oxford boat race is called the varsity boat race. Or we have a ski trip together, which is not competition, but it's called the varsity ski trip, or varsity football or varsity rugby. So that's quite that's a cultural thing in the UK. That every university has a kind of another university that they rival. It's all fun, but yeah.
It's good thing, actually.
Competition gives you like the competition like hypes you up, and it also gives you like like it must felt really good to be a part of the school, like cheering for it and like sports tournaments and stuff like that. It's really cool.
Yeah. I think it's bigger in America. In America, they have
I heard that.
Crazy with their university football. I don't know if you've seen. It's not all that exciting in Cambridge, but it's still nice.
The boat race has a lot of hype around it.
That's true.
It sounds a lot more interesting than what we're here dealing with here right now.
Yeah, I think we talk a lot about all of these other things, but remember that like we also work like 70% of our waking hours. So like
we're all industrial engineering students here. So I mean we study a lot too for like we have programming courses and like designing ergonomy and stuff like that, and also
production planning also.
Yeah, production planning, integer programming, lots and lots of calculus and stuff. But industrial engineering is a bit more like a social engineering stuff. So I think we're kind of lucky about that, because it's not as hard as a mechanical student or mechanical engineering student or like an electrical engineering student. We tend to create like a network of students and companies so that we can improve our social skills, like our speech, our presentation skills and stuff like that to get better at our job and like pursue a career. It's kind of really important in Turkey. I don't know about UK, but like in Turkey, you got to sell yourself really, really well if you want to get a job, because more than your qualification, they check yourself if you're good at selling yourself. Like
if you don't, you're gonna end up in Turkish bath.
Even if you're like qualified, like overqualified, but they still don't hire you if you don't like speak well, show your skills well. Like even when your posture is wrong, they just wipe your name off the list. It's kind of depressing.
Yeah,
that's very much the same over here as well. You definitely have to deal with it yourself.
Yeah,
that's sad.
Yeah, I guess on
Do
that.
you have any?
I was going to ask what are the main kind of industries, like fastest growing engineering or technical industries in Turkey, and what kind of job opportunities are available to the students?
Like I think industrial engineering is like a rising in popularity. Like the mechanical engineering and like more science-oriented stuff are like not that popular or like not that improved in Turkey. We're still kind of rough about those parts. But like in the recent years, the startups have gone big. Like we love to invite people who make startups, CEOs of startups, to our events and hear their stories. Like I think it's more of indie stuff in Turkey.
Yeah.
Like you're trying to make yourself you're trying to make it your own. You're trying to make an app or like a small company that specializes on something little or specific. We're trying to hold on to that because the bigger industries and the bigger companies don't usually support engineering students that much nowadays.
Yeah, that's really nice to hear because I'm a big fan myself of like startup culture and creating your own sort of path. That's something that one of the things that I want to try and improve in Cambridge as well. I've read that Turkey has really good startup culture as well.
It's
really cool.
Really great to hear about people who actually did it. And they also talk about their failures too. And it's very exciting to hear that they didn't achieve it in one day or like they did it perfectly. I mean, most of them like suffered a lot for like months, years maybe, but they achieved their goal. So it pumps us up to that goal.
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very positive mindset. We yeah, I believe in the same sort of thing.
Thank you.
I have a question to ask. People in Turkey are generally hospitable and they want to help tourists from other countries. For example, when a tourist asks for directions, we want to leave the person there instead of giving directions. Have you ever met a Turkish person? How was your experience?
That sounds really nice. I don't think I've met anyone actually from Turkey. There are a few students who are of Turkish descent. So they're British students whose families are Turkish, who are lovely. But I've never met a Turkish person. I don't know about you, Shanak.
Yeah, same. I've met Turkish people who are born and raised here, but I've never met anyone from Turkey until
now. You guys are lovely.
Until us, yeah.
Yeah, first. But it's been a really great experience.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You've all been so welcoming.
Glad to meet, guys.
Yeah. Have you guys met British people before?
Yeah, I have such a memory, I think. When I was 15, I went to UK in the summer for language school. For 3 weeks, the school was in the Vermont. I stayed in dormitory actually as it was a language school. There were mostly students from different nationalities actually, but our teachers were British and they were very kind and sweet people. Actually, there is a point I remember. Traffic flow in Turkey is on the right side of the road. This station is different as it is the opposite in the England. That's why it seemed different to me, I think.
Yeah, that's a confusing thing when you travel. Do you remember where you went to in the UK?
Sorry?
Do you remember where the language school was?
IP, I think. I guess. International.
You said Vermont?
I was asking about the school.
Where the school was?
Vermont.
Vermont. Okay. I don't know.
Okay. We took a lot of your extra time, like an extra 17 minutes. Thank you for spending an extra 17 minutes with us.
It's been really fun. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure meeting you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, do you want to make a closing speech or say something to our community members or anything else?
Us? Yeah. Well, thank you all for putting on this event. I mean, Shonak and I have just turned up, but all the hard work has been done by you guys. So thank you for reaching out to us and for organising everything. It's been a lot of fun, and hopefully you've learned a bit about Cambridge. We've learned a lot about Turkey, and it's actually changed my perception a lot of Turkey, genuinely. So
we don't ride camels, by the way.
Sorry?
We don't ride camels.
Oh, you don't? I see that a lot.
It's like a meme where like camels everywhere. It's like a Turkish meme. People in the Europe or like US think about that a lot. It's like they think we're riding camels and like we're living in the desert. Turkey is a whole desert area. It's not.
No, it's I've learned a lot. So thank you so much for that, and for everyone in Turkey.
Thank you.
Yeah, too, and thank you for your collaboration. And I think you are the great minds of the future. I believe in you guys, and nice to meet you.
Same to you.
And like I said, if you any chance to get here, if you got any chance to get here, please come and we'll travel the.
Let's get our backs scrubbed off by.
We're gonna rub each other. This is bad thing. No.
Stop
I'm not
saying.
trying.
Stop trying to sell.
Just
stop trying to sell the bathhouses. I mean.
Yeah, so same to you guys as well. If you're ever in the UK and you come to Cambridge, we'll happily take you around to all of the nice places.
Thank you so much.
We could probably find someone to rub your back as well.
That's what I needed. You got me.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Thank you so much. Good evening and good night.
Thank you too. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
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 Biz bize miyiz?
Aslında bu gece bize mesafelerin bir öneminin olmadığını gösterdi diyebiliriz bence. Ya ben çok keyif aldım. Umarım sizler de keyif alabilmişsinizdir. Ekran başında bizleri izleyen herkese teşekkür ederiz. Umarım sorularınızı cevaplandırabilmişizdir, merak ettiğiniz her şeyi.
Heyecanlıydık ama gerçekten çok güzel bir etkinlik oldu.
Bu güzel akşamda bizlerle olduğunuz için çok teşekkür ederiz. Bizler çok keyif aldık. Umarım sizler de keyif almışsınızdır. Bugünlük bu kadar. Bu Beyond the Borders yolculuğunun aslında ilk durağıydı. Bundan sonraki senelerde de umarım üstüne koyarak çok daha güzel şekilde devamı gelecek. Hoşçakalın.
Teşekkürler her şey için. Kendinize dikkat edin.
Teşekkürler.